My parents learned the day I was born, and the doctor came in with some devastating news and said, "We don't totally understand it, but we can tell you that he will never run, he'll never ride a bicycle, he'll never be physically active, he'll never live a normal life, he'll never be able to do the same activities that anybody else can do." I'm Christophe Zajac Denick. I'm 41 years old. I live in Los Angeles, California, and I'm an entertainer, a podcaster.
Flowed really organically in the pacing, and I just love the format of an open and honest sharing, because I think that is revolutionary. That's the kind of thing that makes people change their mind when you really get to meet somebody. In podcasting, yes, but there is something about the visual element, especially when he is talking about his differences and what he looks like and putting it out there to witness, but not to witness as some of the characters he says that are out there in Hollywood or the characters that he's called for to play, but as himself. And I think just to witness ultimately, yes, what he looks like, but more importantly, to look past it to see the human so that we can have that human understanding. And I think the more prevalence on the screen we see is so important to creating that basic acceptance, but also just, yeah, seeing somebody as not their outside, as just a human, and to normalize that, to destigmatize, I suppose. But I just really love this and gorgeous cinematography throughout too.
This is a very unique film in that I've never seen a piece like this that deals with the idea of the acceptance of little people in outdoor life before. He talks a lot about his surfing, and we see him out hiking and stuff like that. And and that was just one corner of what he's tackling as far as acceptance overall. But yeah, it really made me think, and I hope it would make anybody else that watches this think, that there would be many corners and many segments of society, and in just in everyday life that we would need to, have acceptance of little people for. So this was done really well. I love the music. I love the interview. It was done really, really well. The photography was great. It was beautiful, really nicely done. All the slow-mo and the surfing and all that. And he just did such a great job articulating his story. It was really, really nicely done. He did a great job just communicating to us his everyday and what he hopes to accomplish in the future and so on. It was a really, really good piece. I felt like I got to know him a little bit here.
They have this film with great production, with beautiful scenery from the ocean, and Christophe surfing, and then we have him hiking amongst the sequoias. It's deeply moving, very inspiring, eye-opening. Lots of lessons to what that particular situation involves and how they need our respect and everyone else's acknowledgement of them just living. It's definitely emotive, and I just loved learning more, and this title is outstandingly clever. And when you find out where it comes from, it's just beautiful. The imagery and looking at this from this perspective is just deeply grounding.
I see it all the time with little people online who are influencers. The derogatory terms are being used. A documentary like this needs to be shown maybe in educational atmospheres where it shows the kids that they are human beings. They're not just caricatures. Like this man has said, I've known a few little people. I had one that was a teacher that was a remarkable woman. And it helps you see the humanity. The fact that there are caricatures are sad, because he's right. That is usually what they're casted as. Where is a little person in a zombie apocalypse film where they're fighting against them and surviving? You don't really see them. It's the fact that he said there's less than 1% where it shows, and that they're being told that just because they have a form of dwarfism that they're not going to be healthy adults. He's a surfer. He's doing something that me and several other people couldn't do. You have to have amazing upper body strength to do that and be able to balance. This man is an amazing man, and I hope one day his acting career takes off. I hope he's actually good at his job. I don't know. The film didn't really show his acting ability, but I really do hope it gets there for him because he has an amazing spirit. He's very positive about himself and talks in a very soothing manner.
This documentary just tell you about how you can achieve anything if you want to, despite the limit in your physique or in your emotion. So I feel like this short has such a good, strong message to tell, and the short, like the visuals in this documentary, is also well shot, groundbreaking, because it includes some natures visuals. So it's kind of like beautiful to see this alongside with the story. So everything is well put together. The guy has a very good heart, a big heart, so he's such a good subject for this one as well.
I loved meeting Christophe, who is part of the Little People community. His interview was very intimate and personal about his struggles for acceptance. It was interesting to hear him explain his life story up to now and how his parents were told initially that he would not be physically active, and yet here he is surfing. Wow. The cinematography of him in nature was just gorgeous. I really liked the shots of him in the sun. What also set the film apart for me was the soaring orchestral music and the gorgeous choral voices.